My first memory afterwards is in the hospital, University Medical Clinic in Las Vegas. I wake up saying my left arm hurts. And for the first few months after the accident, I figured I'd never ride bikes again. I guess I choose adventure biking. For me, it's just the thrill of riding motorcycles, really. It is a challenge to ride adventure bikes because most of us, we ride a lot of miles every day. And it's not that it's absolute riot every single mile, but it's the accomplishment. It's the sense of I did something of value. I wanted to do the dirt roads. I wanted to see, the out-of-the-way places. Look up at a beautiful mountain range and say to myself, I wonder where that dirt road goes, and head on up there and then throw my tent down wherever I find a beautiful spot. And I feel like the possibilities are endless. I get myself and a good map, and to just me and the bike, it's just liberating and free. I've been riding since I was about 10 years old. I've been riding street bikes since I was 16 years old. I don't know how many bikes I've owned. I never had an accident until 5 years ago. It was March of 2020. COVID was just absolutely ramping up. I thought I could do a little social distancing by going to Death Valley, where I had been many, many times before, and being out in the middle of nowhere on my adventure bike. And, I really have no memory of the accident at all. But my friends, they were behind me and they came upon me, found me on the side of the road. And my first memory afterwards is in the hospital, University Medical Clinic in Las Vegas. I wake up saying my left arm hurts. And they told me, yeah, you've got some severed nerves. You're going to need to go see a neurosurgeon up at the University of Utah, Dr. Mark Mahan, and he'll do what he can to help you out. For a few weeks, I kind of wanted to just stay in bed and be angry. Then, you have time to think about it. You start scouring the internet for how am I going to do this one-handed. And there are a couple guys who ride motocross with an arm amputated. They have one arm. Also, you got Def Leppard's drummer. He's one-armed. That also served as motivation. I thought I can do this. And within a year of the accident, I was riding. I bought the Honda Africa Twin with the dual clutch transmission, so it has no clutch lever. I went to Death Valley, back to the scene of the crime, so to speak, and it's been 5 years, and it's been a journey. The hardest ride I've been on would be the ride to Alaska that I did. It was a little over 3 years ago. It's 3,000 miles from where I live to Anchorage. It was hard in that I would wake up early and get going, and I rode all day after day after day, all the while knowing every mile I ride in the direction of Alaska is a mile I got to turn around and ride back. It was hard to think that after about 4 days, one night, I looked at the map and realized I was about halfway there. I called my wife and told her, I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. This is grueling, this is tough. And she's not one who is a big cheerleader with this, but she said, you hate to make it that far and then not get there. And just those words from her pushed me on, motivated me. I made it to Anchorage after about 8 days. A buddy of mine told me if I make it, he's gonna fly up, and he flew up, took me to a great dinner. And I was able to ride more locally and kind of relax for a couple of days in Anchorage. Got to go out on the Kenai Peninsula and see Seward and Homer, and I really felt like it was one of the greatest accomplishments. It was just a huge sense of reward and accomplishment when I got home after being gone for over 3 weeks and done about 7,500 miles. What I'd say to anybody who's had an injury or a disability, whether it's permanent or whether it's going to heal and get better, you just have to get going. You have to get up, because you're either going to stay in bed and cry or you're going to get out there and do your best. So I'd say to people, get out there and just go for it. Marshall Gardner. This is my adventure bike. Ride fast, live young.
Marshall doesn't just ride with one arm. He rewrites the rulebook with it. But resilience loves company, and Utah has a habit of showing off.
You're not really living until you've spent multiple days behind the wheel of a UTV exploring the thousands of miles of trails in Utah. We're the luckiest state in the union. Don't tell anybody that, okay, because we want to keep it kind of quiet. We have sand dunes, we have open desert, we have the most beautiful mountains and the scenery. That's really living, seeing beautiful Utah. Riding in the mountains, watching the fall colors change, just on some narrow trails, 50-inch trails, 64-inch trails. Or tomorrow you could be riding down in St. George, blasting across the desert through the whoops down there. My perfect ride day is just getting with family, go have breakfast, a good breakfast somewhere. I've had some of the greatest rides. Back when my dad was around, I was able to go with him. Then as my son got older, he came and went with us. The trails we have, again, I can't overemphasize how amazing and how lucky we are to ride these areas.
We've soaked in the serenity of Utah's backcountry. From quiet canyons to screaming steel, the mood is about to change. This isn't your Sunday cruise. There's no leather fringe or chrome polish parade here. This is chaos on two wheels. They call themselves the Harley Hooligans, riders who flip the script on what a Harley is supposed to be. Not built to race, not built to stunt, but they do it anyway. Loud, raw, and barely in control. Steel, smoke, tattoos, and torque. These aren't just thrill seekers. They're street performers with no stage, and artists with a throttle instead of a brush. Every wheelie is a middle finger to convention. Every burnout is a love letter to freedom. They ride heavy bikes the wrong way, and somehow it's exactly right. This is their world. Their culture. Their code. Welcome to the underground circus of the Harley Hooligans.
Just seen it online, wanted to try it, and then been hooked ever since. Originally had a Supermoto, got hooked on that, and then sold that and got a Harley.
I kind of just got into this kind of riding from like action sports stuff growing up, riding like BMX and snowboarding, just doing all that stuff, mountain biking. Kind of the next step, just getting a motorcycle and playing around, doing wheelies, burnouts and stuff.
You don't just wake up one day and decide to risk your neck riding a 600-pound V-twin on one wheel. It starts with something deeper, something louder than reason. For some, it's escape. For others, it's the only thing that makes sense. Because when you're on the edge, everything else disappears. No bills, no bosses, no rules. Just you, the machine, and gravity taking you down.
I'd say it's cheap therapy, but it's not. It's not cheap. It is nice, like if you're working all day and you're riding home and you pop a wheelie, it just kind of helps you forget about whatever you dealt with that day, I guess.
Beats sitting in the house.
This life does not come with safety nets. There's no pit crew, no sponsor, no padded landing. But that's part of the pull. Risk isn't the cost, it's the currency. And in a world trying to keep everyone in line, these guys live outside of it. Not just for the show, but because it's who they are.
You get to a point where everything's just like second nature. Like you don't even think about what you're doing. You could get too comfortable too and go down, but part of the game.
Some people would probably misunderstand it, yeah, doing wheelies and drifting. It looks a lot crazier than it is.
Some people find peace in silence. These guys find it in smoke, steel, and screaming engines. They're not chasing attention. They're chasing freedom. And when the front wheel is in the air and the rear tire screaming, they found it. This isn't about recklessness. It's about being real.
When I was learning, I knew I wanted to continue and do it, and just got addicted to it. Didn't want to put the keys down. Learning a new trick with all your friends there, you get hyped up, they get hyped up, and just all around it's a good time.
It's a lot of wear and tear on the bikes, a lot of oil changes and just maintenance to keep up on, dropping and breaking stuff. So it does get expensive, but it is a lot of fun. It's hard to stop.
The world might call them reckless, lawless, out of control, but maybe they're just freeing away most people forgot how to be. This isn't just about bikes, or stunts, or breaking rules. It's about finding meaning at full throttle. And if you ask them why they do it, he'll probably just smile and twist the throttle a little harder. Showed us what happens when street bikes stop behaving and start misbehaving with beautiful chaos. But motocross, that's a different religion entirely, where peace isn't found, it's earned mid-air. In the grind of everyday chaos, where worries surround you at every turn, there's a sacred escape. A raw symphony in dirt, speed, and airtime. An art etched in adrenaline, where bike and earth entwine in brutal beauty. It will forge unbreakable character, demanding consistency like a vow. One slip and it's gone, in a heartbeat. Yet, herein lies the divine. This sport's peril draws you near to God.
There's something deep inside me. It calls for adrenaline. The peace inside the chaos. It calms the storm within. The sky above, the dirt below, the place I know. Fearless!
Defying gravity's pull is a spiritual gamble, surrendering to a higher power. Each ride becomes a prayer in motion, And survival? A testament to divine favor.
I try not to think about a whole lot. The less I can think about while I'm riding, especially racing, the better. You think a lot and you try to overanalyze, and to be honest, sometimes you just have to shut your brain off and just do things, and you kind of react to certain situations instead of trying to overanalyze something.
Trust. That's what this sport teaches before it teaches speed. Trust your instincts. Trust your body. And somewhere along the way, trust God.
If you don't like it, you can suck it.
When I ride a dirt bike, it's a spiritual moment for me. You can do things on a bike when you're riding that it's just, you're reading in thousandths of a second, even slower. And it's such a spiritual feeling, like you feel in church.
You wouldn't think throttle cables and prayer go together. Every turn, a test of control and surrender. In a world that celebrates comfort, riders chase something harder, something earned, not given. The dirt demands your devotion. The track forgives nothing, but every scar is a sermon.
You get knocked down 7 times, you get back up 8, you know. Some of them definitely aren't the easiest, you know. Fracturing a femur and a pelvis does not feel good. When you get addicted to this whole dirt biking thing, it's a hard drug to stay away from.
When you never give up on anything you're doing in life, it's worth it. It's worth working hard. It's worth chasing your dreams. And you're gonna get a feeling out of it that is close to God.
Pain refines the faithful. Out here, grace isn't avoiding the fall. It's in getting back up and riding on.
I think the things that the dirt bike and the life around dirt bikes has taught me, you know, it gives me something to chase. You know, it teaches me how to step up every day, you know, get up, chase my dreams, be 1% better, you know, and there's not many things out there that can teach you things like dirt bike.
That's the secret of motocross. The gate drops, the storm hits, and the heart finds its peace. Out here, dust isn't just what covers you, it's what cleanses you.
Sometimes if I'm tired, I'm zoning out, I'm not thinking, and I make mistakes. But when I'm like ready to go, I'm good. I'll be focused and I can be locked in, I guess, just knowing what I'm doing, know how to navigate the track.
The level of passion I have for it, the kind of the person it's created me to be. I would be lost if I didn't have 2 wheels. I would be lost if I didn't have something that gets me out of bed every day and makes me chase my dreams.
Some people pray with their hands folded. Others pray with them clenched on the bars. Either way, the goal's the same. To find God in the motion and grace in the dust.
I don't think I would be Preston if I didn't have a dirt bike.
It's not about adrenaline. It's about the purity that lives on the edge of chaos. The throttle cleanses you. The speed strips away the static of the world until only truth remains.
I'm pretty antisocial, you know. I kind of just keep in my own lane over there. Very quiet. They call me a 5 because I never go above a level 5. When I get on the bike, it's just, that's where I'm able to pour my heart out.
They call it a dangerous sport. Maybe it is. But to those who ride, danger isn't the point. It's the price. Because every throttle twist is a conversation with fate. Every crash is a sermon in humility. And every time you rise, that's resilience.
I unfortunately didn't listen to my mom growing up. I did not pick up a set of golf clubs. It is a dangerous sport. There's a lot that could go wrong, but there's things out there that are a lot more dangerous than dirt bikes. So,
you know, when I turned 16 and found my aggression and my passion more for the sport, I'd gotten hurt so much to the point that, you know, like it was super concerning. Lots of concussions, broken arms, collarbones. You know, you gotta earn your gift. You know, life doesn't come easy to anybody.
My family has given up a lot to be able to make all this happen. You know, there's a lot that goes into this. There's 5-6 days a week of working out, 5-6 days a week of riding. Like, it's a lot, but this is the kind of stuff that I live for, and this is what my passion is, and to be able to wake up every morning and think about getting to ride a dirt bike for a job, let alone just for fun, is pretty damn cool.
I've had kids go into comas. I've had to take multiple kids to the hospital. No, it hasn't been a fun one. It's been financially burdening for sure. To me, it's not dangerous. It's not. You know, you got football where you're banging your head up against each other. You got soccer balls, you're smacking your head. You don't need to go out there and hold the bike wide open and go hit every single jump you see and get hurt that way. No, just take the time to understand. Give yourself a 5 to 10 year plan. Where do I see myself in those years? And let's work towards that. But when you have something in your heart and you just believe in it so much, and you know you can see it, you gotta be willing to withstand all the challenges that you're gonna go through to be able to make it happen.
The outside world sees risk. Riders see reward. Because danger, real danger, sharpens the senses and softens the ego. Out here, there's no room for pride, just prayer.
When I ride a dirt bike, it's a spiritual moment for me. When I get on a bike, you're stuck in time.
God. He's out here too. Maybe not in the way preachers describe him, but in the way riders feel him. Through motion, through breath, through the brief miracle of balance. To ride is to surrender control, to let go, not just of the bars, but of the illusion that you're in charge.
Everybody loves to feel fearless. So when you get on a bike, yeah, it relieves those demons, and it puts the power in you, and it tells you you can do something in life. And then you don't have to have those emotions and feeling, being scared. I don't think it just comes in motocross. I think it's in any sport, but it comes to like, what are you willing to do daily to overcome those fears?
I think riding helps with making you brave, but you also have to build that confidence up yourself. It's really just like a mind game. Like, you have to be like locked in the whole time.
I mean, you just gotta want it so much that you just gotta put your head down and go to work.
Out here, it's not about beating gravity. It's about trusting grace. That's the paradox of motocross. You chase danger to find peace. You flirt with death to feel alive. And in the dust, somewhere in between heaven and hell, you find clarity.
I feel like almost everything around me just like goes away. And the second that gate drops, it's just like all focused. Riding makes me feel free, and it really does take away all my pain. It's just one of those things that like I'm really focused in. It's just what I love to do, and it's really fun.
In the end, we're all just chasing something. Peace, purpose, a feeling we can't quite name. For some of us, it's found in the throttle's hum and the storm of dust behind us.
It's the sense of feeling free. Nobody telling you what to do. Again, it brings you closer to God, because when life hits you the hardest and it puts you on your knees and you have nowhere to go, the only person we got, in my opinion, is you got that one above that's gonna watch over and protect you. Well, when you're on a bike, that's why I always believe that he's talking to you. If you're willing to put your emotions to the side and listen to him, he's gonna feed you all the information you need.
Chasing dust isn't about the ride itself. It's about everything you find when the world finally falls away. Out there in the blur and the silence, you remember who you are and how close heaven really feels.